famous IGN Pokemon article. It's not a video, it's an article I've
Oh yeah.
seen, which they apparently deleted.
Oh yeah, IGN's Pokemon videos are a treat.
Man, I didn't know that Galarian Cubone was going to be in the game. Have you heard about that?
No, I have not heard about Galarian
You know
Cubone.
the you know the dragon,
What's this new
the
Pokemon?
Reggie that looks like a dragon type.
Yeah,
They labeled it as Galarian Cubone.
fitting. Oh my gosh, that's so weird. Why?
Oh
How would they do
no,
that?
you want to know what's even more upsetting?
What?
They labeled Venusaur and Gigantamax Venusaur as Ivysaur.
Max, it's clearly Ivysaur. Oh my gosh. Alright. Ugh. Gotta love people screwing up stuff all the time. Uh,
Yeah.
okay, so I can't be too loud because my whole family's asleep, and this is pretty much going to YouTube directly right after I do this. So for everyone that's just joining, I am pretty much going to be going through and talking a little bit about all these Pokemon. Well, the fully evolved ones, because I don't usually rank all the babies or first stage or whatever, because I usually don't. I usually overlook them. But basically, this is going to be organizing them. S plus and S is pretty much like favorites. Probably one of the first ones I draw if I didn't have like any characters. Like their designs are really cool. This is pretty much almost solely based on that. Most of these aren't going to have an explanation because there's like what, like 70, 60 of these. If I sat here explaining all of them and why I didn't like them or like them, we'd be here forever. And
It'd mostly be a case of just cuz.
yeah, it'd be pretty much hell. Um, but there is some. I don't mind going into funny mode, talking about A and B is kind of they're the pretty big fan of, like side cool. C is kind of like where it's the average point, or I don't really like or dislike them. They're just kind of there. And then D is a little bit bad, but not like something awful. And then E and F are hot garbage. As I was watching a Carl Sagan video and I forgot to take the tab down. Well, now everyone knows I watch Carl Sagan. What a surprise! Mario Makers, crazy. But I don't know who is watching this directly. Oh, it's probably you.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know who else is gonna be joining the voice chat because I have the Discord sounds muted.
right now is Curry.
Cool. Let's go. All right. So, all right. Let's start with Venusaur. Oh, this is already one that I don't really have a big explanation for. This. Well, I already like a lot of monster designs. You're gonna probably see a common trend in a lot of these future videos is that like big giant monster Pokemon I like really find cool a lot of the time. Just because they're either scary or their designs are like really, really crazy. And the crazier the design is, the more it's basically hot or cold, where I'll either hate it or love it. And Venusaur is kind of one of those Pokemon that I am definitely more on the like side. But I don't know. He's definitely not like one of my favorites, but I do like him. I'll just leave him. Fine, he'll be my first day. Why not? Get a good spot there. There's gonna be more Pokemon in the higher things than the lower. Charizard, oh gosh. Everyone's clear favorite as Game Freak. I'm stuck. Oh goodness. I think I think the people that like this Pokemon are probably also burned out at the fact that Nintendo, as you can see here by these two megas, the Gigantamax and Sword and Shield, and with this Pokemon, it's spoon-fed everything, being the Kanto star that remained in Smash 4 when they removed Trainer. Like, oh my goodness, this Pokemon is used everywhere. Um, Even trying to shove the Game Freak, oh, it's in your face bias aside, I think Charizard's pretty alright. I don't know. It's wow. Talking about a lot of these makes you realize that I do not have super duper solid opinions on a lot of them. I feel like most of them are going to be floating because I don't really sit back and think too much unless I like really hate or really like them. Um,
Yeah.
ugh, yeah. All right. So this one, uh, I don't know. I kind of like Charizard a little bit more than I hate him, so I don't think I can put him average. He's pretty okay. I don't really like a lot of fire types, so it's really rare for me to. I was looking over a lot of my favorite Pokemon in the last lists I made like months ago. I think it was like at the beginning of the year. I slowly realized how much I did not like a lot of fire Pokemon. I don't know why. I've always been more of a
It
water dude.
it's weird. Like every other game that I play, I usually get some form of a preference over fire, except for Pokemon. I just pick other things.
Yeah, fire is pretty cool. No, goodness. Complete opposite. In the TCG, there is so much like fire decks and so much good fire support. Like, it's so nuts. Like, if you're a fire type lover, you love the card game. They have so much. It's ridiculous. Like, when I was looking up decks with like Ultra Beasts and like just fire toolboxes full of like all these different fire Pokemon like Torkoal and Macargo and Magmortar, I was like so I can't speak. So shocked at how much there was. I was like, oh well, dang! If I liked fire Pokemon, I'd be loving this. Whoops.
I think the last deck I ever owned was the promo starter pack for Noivern and Sylveon.
Mm, I never bought that. I was tempted, mostly because of Noivern, because of my love for dragons, which also in future things will be a recurring theme.
Yeah. The last card that I fully remember getting was a full art Emolga.
Ooh, Malga, that's a fan favorite for many Black and White 2 players.
I try to use. I don't hate Emolga. It's just whenever I did Black and White, I usually had. I tried to get space for Ferrothorn.
Mm, oh boy, that's another fun one.
Mm.
Blastoise. Mm, I like water Pokemon, but compared to most of the other water starters, it's almost said starters, because Blastoise got started so many O's. It's only one O, but whatever. Uh, I don't know. Mm, I used to not really like Blastoise. I'm more definitely of a Squirtle fan. My cousin's favorite Pokemon is actually Squirtle, and almost every year I'd get him something Squirtle themed for his birthday. Blastoise, though, uh, oh gosh, where do I drop this little boy? Because I don't like. Yeah, I can't wait to get to the megas because I don't like his mega even more. It's mm, fine, you go there. I'll be nice. Butterfree, definitely one of my favorite bug types as a kid, but now I do not like this thing. Beedrill, same thing.
But
Um,
what about the Hank Hill Butterfree?
yeah, if this is all meme based, that would be this would be entirely different. But both Beedrill and Butterfree I'm not much a fan of, but I don't like absolutely loathe their designs. Pidgeot, mm,
I don't
kind of
like
like.
their designs either. The only reason that I'd have more preference over Butterfree is because Compound Eyes and it gives
Oh
you
yeah,
all of the powder abilities.
oh yeah. As a kid, I used to always be powder Butterfree. That was one of the things I used to love. And then Pidgeot is just kind of alright. Like a lot of starter birds are just alright, but there's a few gems that will come up in the later lists. Firo, no wait, oh whoops, I skipped over Eradicate. No, Eradicate's
Eradicate F
awful.
tier.
Everyone skips over Eradicate.
Everyone hates. Yeah, I even forgot it existed. That's how bad it is. Like if I made a top 10 least favorite Pokemon list, this Pokemon would be one of the first to come to my mind. Like honestly, Firo, I don't like Firo either. I like a lot of birds, but Firo it just looks too generic, and I do not like that big giant red thing over its head. Arbok, Arbok is pretty alright. Snakes are not too big on my mind. Raichu, ooh, hmm, um, oh Raichu, Alolan looks pretty
Alolan,
alright.
right? We're not gauging Alolan Raichu
Yeah,
though.
we're not because Alolan Raichu will come in Gen 7. But regular
Mm.
Raichu, mm, yeah, just yeah, I think this is fair enough for me. Sandslash, weird. There's so many that I'm just like indifferent to. but I know that I'm gonna make that massive C tier massive, and I don't want to make it huge. Actually, no, I kind of like Sandslash a little bit. I think it's definitely a little bit of an upgrade from Sandshrew. Even though Sandshrew is pretty cute, I definitely think Sandslash takes the cake for being a kind of generic, not generic-ish. I don't want to say generic, but it looks kind of plain. But I don't doesn't make me feel. I don't know. Sandslash is weird. Nidoqueen. All right, you're gonna go all the way up here.
Yeah, it's S tier, baby.
It's S plus. Literally one of my favorite Kanto Pokemon. I've loved this thing ever since I was a kid. It
Um,
was probably one of my favorite Kanto Pokemon. It still is. I like a lot of cutesy Pokemon that are also a little bit feminine. That's a bit of a taste, and I do like its typing a lot. Poison and Ground is a sick combo. I mostly like Poison. Poison types have pretty cool designs a lot of the time, unless you're one of them that's about to appear in a few spots from now, or you're a Beedrill. But but Nidoking's cool too. I won't let it pass him. He's a pretty cool design. I just hope a lot of people don't go crazy on me because oh, this seems gonna be written for.
bias,
Uh,
bias.
let's see, Clefable. Oh, Clefable has the weirdest history with me. I liked it a lot when I first started hearing about all the things that Gengar did. I thought it was a pretty cool touch, even though those are mostly just theories. But I will say there was a period where I was obsessed with this mon as a kid because there were Pokemon like Altaria and stuff that I was definitely huge into. But this one is, I think
It's there.
it's not there. I still really like the design. If I didn't really
Oh,
like the designs of these Pokemon, I wouldn't have characters of them. But I definitely would say it's fallen off a little bit for me. I do like it being one of the very first Moon Pokemon because Moon and Lunar stuff is a big two thumbs up for me.
my first experience with Metronome came from that line.
Mm-hmm. Same. And I was absolutely hooked to it because funny luck and landing some big giant funny move is great for developing laughs. Especially once when I used one on I had like a Togekiss I think in what was it? I think it was when I was playing Harkle as a kid and I had it as my metronomer and it would get and as a kid seeing it use things like Frenzy Plant or Draco Meteor treat being like oh my goodness just heaven rains down
Oh, look
meteors.
at that Blackburn without the downsides.
We create off of metronome. I think I got that once that I was playing on Showdown. Ninetales is really pretty. I actually really do not think I've met anyone that has not liked one of the two Ninetales forms. I mean, there's probably someone out there, but like all my friends have always been super into this. But
I remember. I think one of the few cards I also remember
just kidding, it's not
collecting
F.
was a data form Vulpix, I believe, because like they'd sometimes add like a different type for it, and I
Oh,
think
the
this one
Delta
was
species. Are you
poison.
talking about the Delta species that were in Gen
Delta
3?
species.
Dude,
Yeah, I got
those are my first cards too.
yeah, I
Yes,
got a poison Vulpix, I believe.
I got a
Well,
I yeah, I got like a poison steel Vileplume, I think, if I found it. I don't know where most of my cards are from that series. I think I end up selling them when I moved to New York for the second time.
I, I think I have
But
the cards in my Mimi's house, but I don't remember where.
oof. Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is really cool in Mystery Dungeon, but as a Pokemon itself, I don't really like Wigglytuff. Like some of the characters in Mystery Dungeon are very memorable, and this is one of them. But the Guildmaster, unfortunately, in general, which is this is not talking about the anime or Mystery Dungeon or spin-offs. Nah, I will appreciate that though. It was definitely one of my favorites in that game when I used to play
I, w-
Explorers.
I wish I played more Blue Rescue Team and not decide, man, I remember that one random time when I got a Cubone as my one of my choices. Can I get that again?
if I
And
remember,
I never got through. I think I got as far as Mount Steel every single time, and every time the reason stopped is because my child mind was like, no, I want another Pokemon.
Oh
I,
goodness.
I Cubone, I think the rarest ones I got were Cubone and Psyduck.
Nice. When I used to, I never played that game, but I think when I played Explorers a lot, I would always end up being like a Mudkip or have my partner be a Mudkip. I forget what I'd usually be. One I remember
The
when I was a
partner you usually picked, right?
yeah, in Mudkip, yeah, because I played a lot of Sky and they let you pick any of the partners that you didn't get. So most of my runs, well, it didn't let you pick. It let you pick whatever type you weren't. So most of the times Mudkip I had as my water, and then I probably would go. I think it was like either Bulbasaur or Torchic that I usually went. I don't Pikachu too.
What I what I do remember is the orbs and the blast seed being my favorite items.
Oh, orbs are so much fun. Oh, speaking of funny powder and crazy stuff, Vileplume. Um, man, there's so many Kanto Pokemon I like as a kid that I realize now I'm like, I still have a little soft
Ray,
spot for Vileplume a little bit. He's all right. I could probably make a design out of him if I really wanted to or something. I do like how the petals get really big or really small depending on its gender. Same with Gloom, which is down here with Drool and it's bad. Parasect.
it wants to die.
Parasect definitely wants to die.
It's already dead.
UI Crab Rave. Parasect is over. Why did I say that like the code? I said that like the code. Someone server. I mean, why did I say that? I could have just
Man,
said
I knew
crab.
The Last of Us sequel was gonna have such a different take on it, but I didn't know it'd be this different.
Really, losing Ellie's girlfriend was worth the Parasect subplot.
I haven't watched any of the Alola movies yet. I probably should get to around that time if they're on Netflix. There's yeah.
I
Um,
remember when Joel was riding around on a Rapidash in order to save Ellie. That was great.
oh goodness. Venomoth. Moth is cute. I like moths. There's a lot of bugs I don't like, but Venomoth luckily breaks the chain. I'll put it up here. I used to always run Venomoth when I played Heart Gold as a kid. That thing was my bug and poison type, and it died a lot because it's frail. But it was the thought that counted. Dugtrio. I hate. All right. Mimi looking Pokemon do not ever sit well with me. Like 90% of the time. Like
Because he's a speedy boy.
if they look stupid, I am not probably going to find them ironically good or unironically good. Well, I mean, no. I'll find them ironically funny, but as a Pokemon themselves, I'll never like them. Unfortunately, this thing is a very low bar of creativity because it literally just gives two more moles to an already looking Pokemon. It has the funny
Which
what's
which
under it
leads for
meme,
the question, what is under that mound?
but Persian. I love cats in real life. They're really fun sometimes if you're a calm person and don't require much. But I do
Or you
like
just
a
have that
Persian.
one cat that hates you.
Yeah, I had outside cats when I lived in New York as a kid, and they were a little, little feisty.
Like cats got along with me, except for the only cat I ever owned. And it only
Well, it
and
couldn't be
of the
either.
people in my family, it only loved one person, and that one person accidentally ran her over.
Oh, goodness, that brings me back to my childhood. Oh gosh, I
Ironic.
oh no, I have this really bad memory. That was probably what inspired my awful troll brain. But once there was this little creek where I was able to swim a lot with my sister and my mother. It didn't really have like a flow, and the water wasn't bad. You could just go down in it. There were a bunch of trees, bunch of lizards, frogs, birds, whatever. And there was this one time where this frog was like beating. He's like ribbiting like really fast in this like little circle thing. Man, I can't explain animals. Get the picture. Was going pretty fast, and a little kid, me being really destructive and angry, was like, I want to test how fast this frog can go because when you go near birds
Oh
or
no.
bugs, they go really fast. So I, I grabbed a rock and found out that the frog didn't have good reaction.
No. That's much more graphic than what happened to me with one frog. Um, I had to clean out like some lacrosse sticks because a group that I was with went into a mud pit, and the person I was staying with was like, "Hey, look at this. There was a massive frog like on his shoulder and it wouldn't move because I guess it was like freezing and he was like the closest body of warmth. So he walked what I can best describe as like a 10-minute walk by the lake and a guy goes like, "Hey, can you hand me that lacrosse stick?" I hand him the lacrosse stick, sure. He puts the frog in it and flings it
Oh
into
no.
the
Oh no.
lake.
Why?
I don't know.
Ugh, friends, man. Oh goodness. Decision making 100. Uh, Golduck primate. I can't say his name. Right.
It is so angry that it will die if calm.
Yeah.
No, it's so angry that
I
when
don't
it
like either
dies,
of them.
it's calm. That's it.
There's a lot of funny fighting types. So not him. Not him. No. 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 Arcanine. Oh goodness. Another Pokemon that's like never goes away because everyone likes big poofy canine legend that was called the
Hey,
legendary
look,
Pokemon without being
it's
a
the first
legend.
legendary on this list.
Yeah, I know. Legends came a little early instead of last slots, but yeah, I really like Arcanine's design. They're very cute. Um, I've never. It's one of the only Pokemon I really like. I've never ran on a team. I don't know why. Probably because there were other fire types like Ninetales and whatever that existed when I was a kid.
Is it? It's probably the case of like, oh right, every time you get a stone evolution, they don't really get that many moves.
Yeah, and you have to wait or use. Yeah, Poliwrath.
Seeing it no Dragon Pulse and Extreme Speed helps.
I don't really like Poliwrath that much either. I mean, alright,
It's
uh,
really strong, baby.
really
It
strong baby. I mean, yeah, he is a very strong baby. I can't believe I'm gonna put him in the bottom place. And I'm like thinking about it over, like, yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, I like Politoed a lot more, but that's probably because Big Green Hyper Frog is funnier to me. Alakazam is a
Big Green
I think
Psychic Frog is better than than Big Blue Punching Frog.
very slept on design. I think I don't know. Probably just looks really fun to me. But Pokemon carrying 2 spoons. Yeah, that sounds like me in the morning. Very big cereal person. I like this. I know they dumb reasoning, but yeah, I mean, Alakazam looks pretty cool to me. Uh,
was tiered
a lot
in
of
for me.
psychic types are pretty cool. Let's see, Machamp. Oh yeah, Secret. I really like this Pokemon. As a kid, I was definitely not into very masculine or fighting Pokemon ones that were like very tough looking. That's why Poliwrath is one of the little ones I wasn't a fan of either. But this boy, he gets to sit nicely here. Not in my very big favorites, but I definitely do like him a lot. Pretty cool fighting type. Oh goodness. Let's see. Victor Bell. No, I don't like Victor Bell at all. The anime one is pretty funny with James though, but anime isn't gonna be telling the whole
Highlight of its
story.
career.
Anime won't save your
Yeah, or else
mediocrity.
the poor Porygons wouldn't even be on the list if it was anime based. Uh, those poor things got so shadowed, all because of one episode. Tentacruel. Tentacruel's pretty cool, but the more
Lear- Learn the hard way with Tentacruel about ground types.
hmm, hmm,
I took that thing with me to the Elite Four on the pretense of, man, it'll help me get rid of Bertha, not realizing that it doesn't negate ground,
yeah,
and then you realize too soon maybe I should have gone with a different starter.
Oof. Tentacruel could be nasty, but that poison making him weak to the ground is kind of a big sad deal. Uh, Poor thing. I find that really hard when I build a lot of teams. Most of them end up being really weak to ground, which is sad. And Tentacruel, being a water type with that same lingering problem, does not make me any happier. Golem, I'm not gonna be nice to Golem. I don't.
No one knows.
No one's nice to Golem. I honestly want to put him even lower, but I have some benevolence. Rapidash, Rapidash is pretty cool flaming horse design. Slowbro, my sister absolutely loves Slowbro and Slowking. They'd probably be some of her favorite Kanto Pokemon. Slowbro does look funny. I do like how dumb he looks. And having a Shellder on his back that looks nothing like a Shellder on his tail. No, because consistency 100.
There was actually a name for that thing before they said it was a shelter, I think.
Yeah, in the anime they show it evolving directly like that, but in the games it doesn't do that. Consistency.
No, I think like in the beta,
Games.
like I think in the beta there was something. Like its name was weird.
Consistency 100. Farfetch. No. 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 A lot of these
Farfetch doesn't even
generic birds are
been
absolutely
earned to being on
Dodrio.
here.
Absolutely no. Dodrio is another one of those. I absolutely can't stand this design. Durion's really cute, but I like Run a lot better. So you can go on average. I'm just kind of indifferent because I definitely have preference. This is the poison type I was talking about earlier that has a really hit or miss design. Take a wild guess where it's going.
In F.
Yep. All
Nothing.
the F in chat. F
There's a
Muck.
funny story with Muck for me.
Oh boy. Every
Um,
time.
in Pokemon Rangers, I believe in the first one,
Oh,
there's a lot of what if where I actually had a new copy of Rangers, and I also had Diamond on me, and I
Oh,
figured this out several years later that I believe it's if you beat Rangers, you get you get a code, and in that code you get a Manaphy egg.
yep.
Well, anyway, at one point in Rangers, I think it's after Macho goes on a rampage, you go into the sewers. And there's a guy who's panicking because he's getting jumped by a muck. I don't know what I read, but I misread muck as hex. I think when muck was saying, was like doing its like call and stuff like that, it kept saying hex, hex, hex.
Damn it, stream for half an hour. Jeez. Oh my gosh.
Could be very wrong though.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe. Probably.
it's also because of childhood experiences that I'll say if I have that tier list, Haunter's going in F.
Haunter?
Just Haunter.
Yeah.
Gengar Ghastly, fine. Haunter, simply because of Gen 4 and that one trainer. Oh, here, I'll give you a Haunter.
Oh yeah, Everstone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You might want to check what's in its thing. I raised that Medicham. I evolved it.
Yeah, that's
And
one of the worst. Wow, they made trolls before they trolled you before I did.
and then and then years later when I went into
That's actually
Platinum,
low troll level.
and then later on when I decided to invest into a Medicham because I found a shiny Metatype while hatching a Chimchar,
Oof.
and I raised it, and I realized something. That I actually enjoyed using Medicham. Medicham was fun for me.
Midshim is very fun. I used it a lot in the two Gen 3 Shadow games on the GameCube. A lot. It's pretty much sucks. Most
Mm.
psychic fighting type is very fun to have. And
Also,
it's really funny with
yeah.
the puffy lips.
Also, looking back on my diamond thing, if I could play that all over again, I would, because I'd realize I probably shouldn't bring level 30s to the Elite Four and rely solely on a level 70 to get the job done.
That's my sister. She literally did that with her Typhlosion. Uh, Goodness, in Soul
My
Silver game, she did that. Ugh.
my reasoning was my reasoning was actually simple. I got a Honchkrow, I wanted to test it out, but I didn't know bother leveling it up.
And now you have to do a solo run with the fire type. Yeah, it doesn't sound like too much
Water
fun.
Steel.
Yeah, yeah, that's sad life.
Um, living skill link.
Yeah, Living Skill Link. Even before I realized how stupid this Pokemon absolutely is, I like a lot of water types. I said at the beginning of the stream I was a water type person. I like what it can do with its shell, and it can hide, roll, crazy. There's this one. All right, Straw Poll is a gift from Jeff, but there's this one thing where it
Yeah, the
has a
thing.
dude just closing up and going crazy and rolling away. He literally in the anime, I think there's one scene where he's about to get caught by someone, and then he closes his shell and breaks the ball in half to avoid it. That's so cool. Like, imagine being able to avoid a capture even though a ball physically hits your body by breaking it with your covering. That's
I had that
a little
with the
gross.
one for a Whiscash, a Master Ball.
There was also
Oh,
the
I did one better. I did one
one
better
with the
because of
Quagsire.
Diamond. I did one better in Diamond.
Oh boy.
Got a Master Ball, went out into the middle of the lake, saw a Golduck, thought, man, I'll never get this.
Oh, the childhood greed.
The childhood greed, especially considering I actually saved it for a very long time, and I actually could have used it against a Dialga.
Yep. I mostly say my Master Balls because I never know when I'm going to encounter a random shiny and not be able to catch it. And like Carl, I need my shinies. Shinies. Gengar is sick. It's my favorite Kanto Pokemon easily. It looks probably really generic. Probably shouldn't have spoiled what my favorite one is, but I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. I've always loved Gengar even as a kid. Crazy, but I try not to cuss you because I mean,
Same
there
here.
is a few close contenders that are all for a favorite. I really do like Gengar a lot, and not Everstone boy, but Hypno. I remember one of my very first anime episodes that I saw was one of these where Hypno took over like this entire city. I can't remember because I've only seen the episode like once, and I was a kid, but I definitely know I was not on something. There is an episode where Hypno like hypnotizes like Misty or whatever. I just don't
Yeah,
remember. I don't
I
remember
know
what
what
city.
it.
Wasn't it in what city was this? Saffron? No, I don't remember. It was like Saffron or Fuchsia. Fuchsia. It was like one of
Saffron?
Saffron. Saffron. Why did I say Saffron? I can't pronounce anything. It's like almost 12:30. Hypno. I don't know. Nah, you go there. I'm not really too crazy with you. Kingler. Remember when I said that aquatic Pokemon are usually pretty cool? Well, I hope you do like your Krabbies blowing bubbles on the beach of Treasure Town because Kingler doesn't have much else I like about it besides that. And that's even for its pre-evolution. Oh wait, no, it's not
And
Treasure
then
Town.
they
It's
tried to make him like a spider crab.
yep. Electrode. No, Electrode is pinnacle of terrible designs like Dugtrio. Like absolute terrible philosophy. Do you take a Pokeball Pokeball design from Voltorb that works perfectly fine for its purpose. And then the way you evolve it is that you flip the Pokeball upside down, give it a even goofier face, and these crazy eyebrows that look like oh gosh, there's this one squirrel in Animal Crossing that everyone hates for having like a unibrow. I think her name is like Hazel or something. She's like infamously hated.
Oh, I got a penguin. I got a penguin seller not too long ago, and it turns out he's kind of like a conspiracy theory nut job, and I'm enjoying it.
What's this on? Wait, is this? No, this is an Animal Crossing, right? Or is
It
this?
is Animal Crossing.
What penguin is this?
It's a macaroni penguin. He wears sort of
Oh,
like a
Hopper!
surfer outfit.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
I
I
got
love
Hopper.
Hopper. Hopper's. I love most of the penguins in the game, but Hopper's like. He was one of the very. I actually got his amiibo card, but I haven't invited him. Maybe I should. Uh, Executor. Executor has always been hard for me to decide on because one part of me thinks he looks really funny, especially with all the eggs now being like little coconut things and he's just a giant walking tree, which also like they even went crazier with in Alola. But at the same time, uh, his body design looks so weird. I don't know. He's probably there. Uh, Marowak is cool. Cubone's backstory always makes me feel weird. It's sad. I remember there was this one picture in
You cry
Pokemon.
every time.
Wasn't there this one picture where the Pokemon Center did for Halloween where they had like a Charmander dressed up with like the Cubone's mother's skull or whatever? Like, I swear I'm not joking. There's a picture like that. I might pull it up after this because I swear I'm not. There's a lot of stuff I swear that I'm not making up that I've seen. That's really weird. Oh, we're kind of getting near the bottom of this because most of these are just one-offs. Hitmonlee, probably my least favorite of the Hitmon people. But I will say he's not like that. Hitmonchan's cool, but I definitely like Machamp more and a lot of other fighting types more. You can go there and you'll find. Who's
Can
next?
Hitmons.
Hitmons are cool, but I'm on top is Johto. We'll get to that some other time when I'm free. Weezy follows dumb bad design philosophy again. Adds a head, looks almost exactly identical, has a slight color tint, sounds dumber. Uh, I will say I do like the fact that it goes instead of being. Well, no, that's not even a good argument because Voltorb goes from being grouchy looking to like a funny, goofy face, and this is just it in reverse. I don't think I can really defend this Pokemon being. Alright, Galarian does look pretty cool. Galarian looks hip. This one, generic, the where it started. I don't know. It's just some of these aren't like the worst, but that's like awful design. Kangaskhan is cool. I, the more this list has gone on, the more I sound so bored doing this because it's so late and I'm so tired. Oh, I'm probably gonna sleep after this. Kangaskhan, cool. I actually really wanted to run this in my Gale Darkness playthrough, but it comes on so late and doesn't really learn a lot of good stuff in the game, so I am kind of sad I cannot. But very cool mother Pokemon. And for once, it is a brown design to me that does not look gross. Although it's mega, it's just it getting out of its mother's pouch and then beating you up to death.
Like,
Who's
as
going to beat you to death? Oh, Seeking. Fun fact, when I played my very first video game championships, this was actually on my team. And I don't know why. Because, well, I wasn't really into fighting super seriously in Pokemon. And still I'm kinda not. But, I mean, in Showdown I will, but on the base game, not really, unless it's like a very few amount of Pokemon or don't have to spend time breeding them, whatever. But Seeking was one of my favorite fish Pokemon as a child. And there are few child stayers like Nidoqueen that I love that stayed there. You're not one, sorry. Sorry. No, you go there. You don't even get the set. You get to taste D tier. You get to have a small taste.
You may get a sample.
A sample. Starmie. Starmie's cool. I like a lot of Pokemon that are machine-like. Starmie's not a machine, but he definitely has the funny, quirky, like, oh, this is some weird, crazy crap. And he has blue. He has all the primary colors. His colors look peaceful. I really need to draw more Starmies. I used to always draw Starmies when I was a kid. They helped a lot with shapes. Why don't I do it now? I could literally be doing this. It'd help probably a lot more with 3D. Why don't I bother? Foreshadowing. Jinx. Does anyone even ironically like Jinx?
No.
I haven't,
I don't care much.
because, oh, we had 3 people earlier. Dang. Uh, Jinx.
Mm.
Pinsir. Pinsir's a cool bug. I'll got you pretty nicely, comfortably here. Cool.
I'm just reminded of that one episode in the anime where there's just, I think it's like a Caterpie against a Pinsir or something like that, and then the Caterpie just has like this one It's like either the Caterpie or I think it's Ash, or just imagining, oh god, this thing's going to decapitate it, and goes into detail of like the image.
Great. Man, there is so much. Oh, I really do wonder how much Japanese anime got away with that they couldn't bring over to the United States. I really want to see a video on that. That's like all these changes. I know like Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything does it based on all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Changes that like every anime gets. I wonder how drastically different it is for some Pokemon stuff. Like it's probably a field day, crazy crap. It's something I'm gonna probably look up tomorrow while I draw something. Toros. I don't really like bulls, even as animals. Same with cows. Just and Pokemon's no different. Gyarados, another one of the haha common Kanto Pokemon. Hoo hoo. Come on, shove it in your face. Take it, take it, take it. I was very close to making a character of this Pokemon. It does look pretty fierce and is a monsterish Pokemon that I do like. I am really upset that I have never run one on my team because, haha, it's so easy to get Magikarp. Why don't you just do it? I should have. Next time I play a Pokemon game, I am probably gonna include one somewhere. Make it count. Lapras was one of the Pokemon as a kid I so loved. It's so cute. And being a traveler around ocean stuff, yeah, they hand you one to X and Y. And I used it. And it was good friend. It's still a good friend. It is very, very nice friend. I do love Lapras a lot. Very cute Pokemon. Ditto. Being able to become anything you want is cool. Like, could you imagine if you could become anything you saw on the fly? Transform? Just
I wish.
Transformers. Perfect. You can become a really bad money grabbing movie.
Finally, I could transform into Sonic the Hedgehog.
You could become, yeah, and then everyone will say, wow, your transition to 3D was pretty rocky. Knee slapper.
I'll slap their knees if they ever say it.
Homing attack
Just
their
turn
knees.
into a very specific haunted cartridge and perpetually harass an owner.
I will say, as much as I'm probably giving Ditto a lot of crap here, I will say, I do think the plush line where they constantly take all the Pokemon and just Diddofy them, and then being completely surprised by them when you see them at a store, it's so funny. Like when I went to the VGC, what was it? I think it was like the year before I left when I went with Al. They would have these Pokemon like completely turned away, and then you turn around, and most of them were like the regular Pokemon, and you'd be like spooked because there'd be just a giant derpy Ditto face on some of them. I like the funny, I like the humor and funny factor in that. It's little things in life. Cool. Oh, evolutions. Oh no, we're here. We're here. We went through all of this to get to the controversial part. Oh, baby, dude. If any
To
of
put
if
all
any
in the F tier.
if and no, no, not that bad. Not that bad. We're not at that region yet. But but most of my Twitter following and their friend groups all use evolutions as like their Pokesonas or their main characters. So if any of them watch this, they are going to be completely. They're not gonna be too happy. I'm gonna be getting a bit of hate probably. Porygon, the very rare exception. This is actually one. This is the only evolution I really like, and it's the very first one. So it only goes down from here. I bet that is so enthusiastic to all the evolution lovers out there. But
They're cute, but they're kind of crap.
and it doesn't even get the satisfaction of being any higher because I love so many water types that this one just gets completely like never used in the first place. And I never use any other evolution. So imagine not even being used when you're here and it all goes lower. Oh, these poor things. Yeah, they're like their offensive move pools are really awful. I noticed that as a kid and that always made me not never want to use them. And then when I got older, everyone else that plays Showdown knows that too, which is why most of them are some of the worst in their entire types. I actually need to pull up the lowest tier ZU's thing. They have Pokemon that in the bottom of the barrel tier even just suck. It's like they can't even be useful in like any capacity, even in the worst pile. It's so depressing, and most of them have really cool designs too. It's so sad. But they're not talking about competitive, even though I've kind of strayed to it like 3 times with the VGC stuff. Jolteon, no. Jolteon, no. I do not like Jolteon. I'm surprised. It's Johto and Sylveon that are gonna be the big burning pile of sad for most people. Flareon, I have the tier decided in my head. Where's it going? Guess. It already can't be here. It's just somewhere in here. The answer may surprise you.
Really well.
Well, nah, it's going right next to its friend. Still don't like either. Still don't really like fire types. Nothing's changed in the grand scheme of things. Clap. Pretty sure that clap can't be heard because I'm trying not to be too loud, but whatever.
Please clap.
Actually, I did
Okay.
pretty well with Flareon and XMY.
I just can't believe I've
So,
never used an evolution in my runs. It just hit me. Even as a kid. Oh my gosh. About time this should be a challenge I'd make myself do. Whew, fossils. I have a friend that has like is one of probably really popular on like everything named Spino. Draws really crazy stuff and he absolutely loves fossils. And I also really, really like fossils. So this is going to be kind of a easy stretch. Omastar, I had a deck with him. Definitely, it's very spooky. Dude, there was this one episode I remember as a kid. I think it was the one where Ash has got his Charizard to pretty much evolve and help him for whatever reason with all these crazy fossils. Why are most of the episodes I'm remembering from Kanto? Alright, actually, it's some pretty decent episodes, I guess, because most of my memories of the anime come from that series, which I can't say a lot about the other animes I've watched, like the Univa one as a kid. Dry, dry freaking toast. But so it's cool. Kabutops, I bet many people probably really do not like the way this fossil looks at all. I'm not one of those people. It looks pretty cool. I definitely do like the fact that his arms are just completely made of sights. But most of these fossils in Kanto look like they just want to freaking kill you. There's no more I want to die, uh, no more I want to die Parasect. It's just I want
Uh,
to kill Kabutops.
I am no longer baby. I want power.
The Virgin, I want to die Parasect the Chad. I want to kill Kabutops. I have a photo editor. Maybe I should make that as an inside joke. Uh, I'm so mad that I never put one of these to. Oh wait, I can just do it when I get my Gen 4 cartridge because Swift Swim, I think. Oh no, it's not. Wait, is it? Wait. This is how I'm gonna see if when it gets its abilities. Oh, I could just put black and white there. Oh, good, it gets Swift Swim in Gen 4. I can do that then. I don't know how it gets that in Gen 4. Oh, because it's a regular ability, it's not hidden. Alright. So I want to make rain teams. Rain's fun. I always like using water types, so that's kind of a obvious guess. Aerodactyl, cool, but I definitely like Kabutops more. Still a cool flying type though. Snorlax, man, Snorlax. My sister has so much Snorlax merch. It's ridiculous. Oh gosh, like, dude, I got her a giant Snorlax plush last year for Christmas, and it was really hard wrapping that thing. And she does have it as a pillow a lot when she's doing something in the living room, so I'm glad she likes it that much. Snorlax took a while for me to get adjusted to, but I do like dumb fat thick cat that is very lazy, and then when it does Z move or some move in a game with an animation, it will suddenly get up and just ram its whole entire body into your freaking face to get the point across. It's one of the few, this is a very common Kanto Pokemon I'm actually still a fan of. Unlike, unlike a few other sad ones down here. Uh, Cooper brought up a really good point with these three Kanto birds. Designs look pretty nice, and as a kid, you were definitely hyped to have them. But, these poor things. These poor typings. These poor speeds. These poor, absolutely demolished flying types. Oh my gosh. These things have some pretty cool designs, kind of. You have freezing bird, edgy, and flaming chicken. The KFC that no one checked on, but
For death.
they're just oh dude, as a kid, I remember being so upset when my Articuno would get just absolutely demolished by rock moves. That
Rip.
hurt differently. I don't know what else. Like, is there? No, they're only both 4 times weak to rock, right? Because I don't remember anything else that's like that. Yeah, you'd think this thing wouldn't be weak to ice, but it is because ice doesn't resist. Wait, no, ice does resist ice. It's the only type it resists. Never mind. Well, it doesn't matter because all of them die to rock and they're all slow. But that's just more of fun facts for you. Fun facts for the people out there that go, haha, legendaries are so broken. Why do you use them? These three right here will surely change your opinion. Try using them. They are pretty, very sad if you're playing against someone that is a complete powerhouse and is fast. But that's not what we're here for. Articuno, definitely do think the bird is cool. Yep, dad puns. Accidental dad puns that aren't intentional. Haha, ice type cool. Wow, who would have guessed? Would have guessed I would have made it an accidental ice type pun. I bet I'm gonna make an ice type pun in every single one of these on accident. I'm gonna say an ice type is cool. It's gonna happen.
You did it.
Yeah, I know I did it. I said I did it. I'm just saying I'm gonna do it in like every single gen thing, not learn because my brain is small. Zapdos. I'm really surprised. I do not like these things as much as I did like a few years ago. But, Zapdos has always been a little cooler to me, I guess. I don't know. Electric, flying, big angry sound. I don't know if it exactly deserves to go in the big fun category with all the rest of these. Sure, why not? I'm feeling a little generous because I'm almost done with this. Moltres, Flaming Chicken definitely looks funny. But, Flaming Chicken. I feel like there was some Yu-Gi-Oh! Like a bridge joke with a chicken.
Ultra Death Chicken.
Yeah, the Ultra.
I was also thinking of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force joke of Arise, chicken, arise.
Yeah, was definitely thinking of Ultra Supreme Chicken from Bridge. Uh, I kept saying it. I actually, Arctic we can go up here. Its design is pretty cute, but I would never bring this thing to battle willingly. There are a lot of things in this list that are lower. I would battle it before Arctic Dragonite. I remember I used to hate Dragonite compared to all the other dragons. Same. But then I'm like, oh, it looks friendly. Oh, this thing's actually pretty cool.
It's a big friendly dragon
Yeah,
that could just straight up punch your lights out in a second.
yep. And
And
me being a
he's a
dragon fan, I wouldn't say that it hits.
get a little snap.
Actually, mm, I mean, I don't know if it actually deserves to go up there because it's not like you sit there. All right, we're down to the last two, Mewtwo and Mew.
Which one's gonna be higher than the other?
Both of them are pretty cool. Well, Mew. Let's start with the Mew movie. And fun fact, because everyone already hates me enough for the evolutions, there's not much lower to go at this point. The Mew movie is one of the ones I am least a fan of because it's one of the only things I actually got to see and read
Wait,
about
which
how
one?
much.
Lucario and the Mystery of Mew,
No,
or the?
the Mewtwo, the very first Pokemon movie.
Uh,
I remember back watching a Nostalgia Critic review it back when
Oh god.
I watched Nostalgia Critic in 11th grade because I had nothing better to play on YouTube. Those were some times before his company went to absolute crap almost a year later. So I was not at that point yet. But I remember him getting absolutely flamed for the original video of saying that he thought the movie was senseless. And the movie. Oh, that's a tier maker thing I should do one time is rating the Pokemon movies. That'd be a really interesting discussion because there's a lot of zingers in that. But
a lot of the more recent ones you could just put as like just a meme tier, sort of.
yeah, pretty much.
Because
I will sit down and watch
like
all
the
the old
Pikachu
ones.
one and the movie theater. That that one guy, at least someone's enjoying that.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Mewtwo. Yo. Definitely part of the haha, everyone loves me by force category. I definitely do like that Mew is unique in the fact it can learn every single move possible. Even something God itself, Arceus, cannot do. Jeez, it's 12:50. How long have I been streaming? Oh God, almost an hour. It took me an hour to build a list like this. Uh,
Set it up and knock it down.
yeah, Mewtwo. At one point, I was really into Mewtwo's design, but not really anymore. Both these are kind of about the same. Both of Mewtwo's megas are also gonna be fun to talk about because both of them look excessively weird. But you can go in that like category a little bit, and review can pretty much go there too because I do not have a really
Mewtwo. I think Mewtwo has been in more movies than any of the signature legend, like any of the legendaries.
probably because Mewtwo. Let's see, Mewtwo had a the Genesect thing he appeared in, or
It
maybe I
appeared
should
in its
say she. Uh, Scarlet
yeah,
movie. I don't know about the
Mewtwo
old ones.
Strikes Back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the Mewtwo Strikes Back. I don't think it was like one of their yearly movies. I think it was like a direct to DVD thing because I know the three or Johto's big like screen releases were the third with Entei, Hero, Forever, and then Heroes. I think that was it. Yeah,
Mhm.
because Heroes is what gave me my big liking for the two big flying dragons that will soon be here. I don't know if I want to move anything. I'm trying to look over to see if I feel any differently about something now at the end of this list, and I can't wait for someone to screenshot this.
Oh,
And I'll be like,
wait, wait,
what's
was Mewtwo in the Hoopa Unbound movie?
yeah, because well, actually, to
Because
remember.
I mean,
I know the Hoenn legends were. I know Lugia was. I
like
remember
a lot of
the Dora
legendaries were in
legends.
there, but was
Yeah.
Mewtwo.
I don't know. I don't think Mewtwo was because it's maybe. Hold on.
Oh god, that just reminded me
Might
of the Genesect movie for
yeah.
Mewtwo, but it's not
The
in
ones that had
movies.
I don't know if it was in there. Was it?
They have a completely different voice, so it's
No,
like
we're
completely.
talking about
Different person. I don't think by the poster it looks like it's in this movie. I think they
Oh,
mostly advertised the returning legends for ORAS. Mewtwo wasn't one of them.
remember when Mewtwo wiped away the memory of Ash, only to for another Mewtwo to appear again, and Ash go, "Hey, you're Mewtwo."
It's it's like that meme. It's like the Simpsons thing where he's throwing the Mewtwo out and then it comes back behind him.
Grown up Barney.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, Mewtwo was not in this movie because
No, he was.
I cannot remember Mewtwo being in this movie. And because this movie was advertising so many legends that were coming back to ORAS, and Mewtwo was in X and Y, and so were the Kanto legends. As you can see, you have like I forget whoever sees this stream later will be able to see this. Let's go.
Wait,
It's
a
supposed to
lot of
say
legendaries were in the opening for Rise of Darkrai. I remember that. I believe Mewtwo was in there.
yeah, but I wasn't thinking. I was thinking if they were like a main role because there's always cameos of
Oh,
legends in the beginning of Pokemon movies, and the announcer guy that goes, "Pokemon is so vast with all these different creatures."
which is why you show the
Camouflage in voice
exact
and
same
face,
legendaries over and over and over again.
and then a passing screen of Ash and all of these random Pokemon that start with Kanto and literally go down to Pokedex number. Oh my gosh, who would have guessed? Time is. Space is
Space is warped and time invincible.
future.
Future.
Like, yeah, me too. I cannot remember for the life of me who was in the movie, but then again, I don't remember if a lot of legend. I remember
I
a
can
lot of
check.
legends, but like, I don't think the Hoopa's movie. Spoiler for anyone that joins in probably a month from now, seeing that movie once my class load lightens up. Probably one of my least favorites down there. It is a very cash grabby, funny movie to have as background noise, and you'll be so bored watching it. But that is my take in like 2 sentences. So I
I
already
didn't
saw
watch
that.
that many of the movies, and I
I
think the
have.
ones that I did see were the ones that were regarded as good. But if I was to say what one I liked the least, I would actually say Caldia.
Mm, I probably should go back and watch Kelly. That's the only Unova one I do not remember much. That one
High five for the grass.
I do remember Kelly's voice is a little stupid sounding on the dub. I
You
think.
had Vic Mignogna, and you couldn't do anything.
Just like Hoopa's English voice actor is so unbearable. Holy crap, that Pokemon is so annoying to listen to.
In fairness, Alan, Vic has two settings. It's it's rough little boy and brawly. There's no in between setting.
Yeah, I just checked. No. Um, Mewtwo wasn't in Upa Unbound. It was actually, now I think about it, what legendary Pokemon was the most had the most roles?
It's probably Mewtwo if you count. It's easily Mewtwo if you count the Strikes
I
Back
think
Johto movie and
I think it might be Dialga and Palkia actually.
oh gosh, I know Dialga. Oh, holy crap, he has appeared in 3 of the Snow movies. Has Hoopa. That's a pretty strong contender. I didn't even think about that.
Giratina appears in 3.
Yeah, it's probably Dialga. However you say his name, I always forget how to say because I'm so used to saying it as I did when I was a child. Cool though.
I always say
As a
this
kid though,
Dialga.
as my kid, that was my favorite legend. I wonder though, how many
Though for
Mewtwo?
some reason, I do remember this for Palkia. Palkia's Pokemon sound is the exact same. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same sound as the lizard that Obi-Wan rides in Revenge of the Sith.
Connections. Does it say Mewtwo anywhere in anime related media? How much? I was gonna say first movie, Mewtwo Returns. Yeah, Mewtwo. Oh, it's in. Let's see. Oh yeah, Yeah, Detective Pikachu. Let's see, Genesect. Oh yeah, this is a movie that introduced Mega Evolution. You can really tell what you care about these movies. Goodness. And then it's gonna be appeared in the Evolution. Oh yeah, the live action. It premiered almost a year ago. I thought that was like just coming out. Dang. All right. Wow. Doggo might have more appearances than Mewtwo. That is not a timeline I thought I'd be living in, but that is. Holy crap! That might be reality. What? Oh my gosh! Everything's falling apart. It's reality is falling apart.
Nothing is real.
I remember seeing that scene for the very first time. It's like I watched a. There are very few episodes I was able to see of Grim and Mandy, but that was one of them. And
Conquer evil, and they'll destroy us all to make it happen.
because smiled. Actually, I do not think I want to move anything. If there's anything I would move, there is a very tempting chance that I would put Lapras or Dragonite one thing higher, and that is on a big positive. Um, hmm. Yeah, I think most of the stuff here is pretty much final. Uh, these all just have either really dumb designs or I don't like them. Pretty much on the not like scale. Meh, average, cool, but really cool. And then yeah, hyper mouse speed, fun Pokemon. Um, Saint Amalux, I do not know. It's in the cranium that I want to say. Yeah, I don't think there's much I want to move. I think this is pretty much loosely it. I think for other regions where there's more Pokemon I'm really into. Yeah, I I do wonder though. I might end up going through this and seeing how much of the region I actually really like by giving all these tiers points, then seeing overall. That might be something fun to do just to see how many of the Pokemon I like overall per region. So I guess I will end up saving this file a bit. This should end up probably going on my YouTube tomorrow, I think. There's no reason to stream. Everyone's going to be trying to scroll the way to end and thinking, oh, what did he put? Jeez, an hour long.
Can't believe you put Vaporeon in S tier. That Pokemon made Orcane in Rivals.
Dude! Oh my gosh, there was someone that actually commented. There's actually someone that commented when one of my friends was showing the Twitter list that I made from Discord, and there was someone that got so mad. They were like, "Wow, you really put all the evolutions in the lower tiers. Bad taste." And they got so
No,
angry.
evolution should be
And
higher tier. They're the best. Haha, tier go, but down.
dude, it's so, wow. You know what's so funny? They're like, this is like reverse of what most people probably think when they think, "Oh, I hate overrated Pokemon." Like most of them, oh gosh, Charizard, Pikachu, oh, they're so shoved in our faces. You know, all the evolution merch they'll buy and sonas and characters and this and that and this and that and the other thing. And then little me feels almost the exact opposite as hmm,
I was
a
I was
little.
tempted when I was in New York to get the Sylveon Christmas plush.
My sister has a ton of those plushes. I don't know if they're still in her room. There's a few that went to GameStop. Like, I wish I would have bought, but I only saw them like once. I was in North Carolina, I think, during a Christmas. Yeah, it was Christmas senior year, and they had like so many of the Kanto Pokemon as like big stuffed plush toys. They had like Dragonite, they had Snorlax, they had Charizard. I don't remember if they had Tyranitar. They had like so many of my Pokemon that I like love now. Like even looking back at, if I just
I
frozen
remember,
up one more for the heck of it,
I remember, like when I was like, I sent the picture of all the Pokemon, so I was like, oh, here's Celestia, and you're like, oh, Celestia, really?
oh yeah, because Ultra Beast, I wasn't expecting them to be at Pokemon. I'm so mad. I almost was able to go to
They,
Pokemon Center once, but I couldn't.
there were, um, there were a bunch of, Figma characters and Neandroids,
Oh boy.
and the Figma characters had like a bunch of the starters. I think there was only two of them, I believe. I think it was one for Sun and Moon and one for X and Y. I think.
I wish I could have gone to Pokemon Center. I was so close. My family was so freaking close at one point because basically what happened the first time we left New York is that we got our fleet. We had fleas, and they pretty much destroyed everything in the wake, and I had lost like all of my plush toys and books and game covers. Like there was so much money invested in the plushes that just went down the spiral drain. But
Mm.
I mean, there are a few that I still have. Like the Lake Trio is one of the ones I've had ever since I was like in fourth grade. That's still here. Um, Same with huh, most of them are up in the attic because I don't use them anymore. But that was a scary reality. But yeah, we were because my parents said, "Oh, we'll give you like $200 since we're back in New York, and Dad has good job again. We can give you 200, and we'll go to Nintendo World, and you can buy a bunch of stuff there, since we'll have enough money by then if we keep saving." And the trip to Nintendo World never happened because our friends that my parents were going to go with end up having something to do with work, and they could not, and we never had the trip. I did get the money though, but it definitely buying stuff online did not feel as
Satisfying.
yeah. Maybe one day when I get like really old or whatever, I'll not really old, but like in a few years from now when I'm probably first getting a job and whatever, I'll probably take a trip up there. There's a few people that live in like New Jersey and New York City that I'm friends with. That would be really cool to meet. Being that close to them physically and not being able to ever see them is sad. Big sad. All right.
Yeah.
I keep rambling. I should probably cut the stupid stream before I end up saying
Okay.
something actually personal. I mean, yeah, I'm still be on voice chat, but I'm gonna cut this so no one else has to hear these rambles and things.